Hello, my name is Rosanna Cooper and I wanted to welcome you to Online Startup Businesses. This is a website that's dedicated to startup companies. Whether you're starting up in business or whether you've already established a startup business, this website is for you. We have been working with startup businesses over the last 11 years and we wanted to put together a website that was dedicated to startup businesses where you could find all the information that's relevant to your startup business, and this is what we've done. Our aim is to work with you closely to achieve your goals, to protect your intellectual property rights, to align ourselves with your vision, and to help you to achieve your success. In terms of the website, there are four main areas. You have legal services, which I'll explain. You have business and commercial services, publications, and a little bit about us. In terms of legal services, we have only included on this website the key legal services that any startup business will need to consider. We've also looked at business consultancy and training, and we have a range of publications on this website, from legal updates to seminars to articles which you would find of value in your business. We try and keep them up to date and you can browse them at any time to keep abreast of the law. Now, a little bit about us. We are R.T. Cooper Solicitors. We are a commercial global law firm. We're based in the City of London and we do a range of areas of law. We cover intellectual property, data protection, media, pharmaceutical, and we are expert in our field. What you need to know about us is that we care about our clients. We make a difference. We go that extra mile for our clients. We exceed expectations. And at the end of the day, we provide the highest quality legal services for a client. And this is borne out by the testimonials that you would see on our website as well as you would see in this video. Now, one of the first legal services we need to look at is commercial law. You need to consider commercial contracts. Do you have the right contracts in place? You will need to have contracts for dealing with your suppliers. For instance, any non-disclosure agreements, confidentiality agreements, or your standard terms of business. If you set up a limited liability company, then you will need to have your shareholders agreement in place. If you're licensing, then you will need to have licensing agreement in place. If instead of setting up a limited liability company, you've set up a limited liability partnership, then you would have to have a partnership agreement in place. You might be doing business anywhere in the world, globally, Japan, USA, China, then you would need to make sure that you have the right agreement to cover your cross-border transactions. One of our clients has said, "What I most value about R.T. Coopers is that their work is very fast, accurate, and of the highest quality." And this really sums up who we are and what we do. Data protection is so important to any startup business. Once you are a business, no matter how small, and you are processing data of individuals, then you come within the Data Protection Act and you have to be compliant. By processing, I mean that you could be handling, you could be accessing, storing data of individuals, and we mean living individuals, then you have to be compliant. One of the things that we do for clients, including startup companies, is that we do a compliance check of your website to make sure that you're compliant, and we give you a report. Now, if you breach the Data Protection Act, then you would have to account to the Information Commissioner's office and they would impose penalties on you. Now, you might be acting as a data processor where you are processing data for a company, or you might have a company processing data on your behalf, in which case you would need a data processor agreement. As the data controller of your organization, you have the responsibility for processing of all personal And if you are processing any sensitive data, then personal sensitive data, but you are responsible for compliance within your organization. One of our clients says, your professional help and personal support was outstanding. I am so glad I picked RT Coopers. Now let's look at intellectual property, which is a key area for startup businesses. You're looking to protect your trademarks, which could be your name, your logo, your products, the name of your services, and you can protect globally or you can protect in whichever jurisdiction you're based. But you must protect your trademarks. You may have products or processes that you want to protect as patents, and just bear in mind that they tend to be quite expensive, so you need to pick the right time to file your patents. Or you're protecting your copyright, you're protecting literary work, artistic works, you're protecting any sounds, any recordings, anything like that, or photographs, for instance, images, then they will be protected as copyright work, and software. Now you may have particular shapes of your products or contours or textures that you want to protect as registered designs. You also have protection as unregistered designs. Now with domain names, the thing you have to be careful about here is that when you pick the name for your business, you clear that name, meaning that you ensure that you're not infringing any third party's name. Otherwise you could end up with very costly litigation for trademark infringement. One of our clients has said, we have no hesitation in recommending the excellent services of RT Coopers. Now, internet law is a must for any startup business. Once you've got your website, you must ensure you have the correct and well-drafted terms and conditions, which we can do for you. We draft terms and conditions over a range of industry sectors, and we have an excellent track record in drafting terms and conditions. You must make sure you have your privacy policy in place as well as your cookie policy. If you're licensing, then you will have to have your licensing agreement. Now you want to avoid any internet disputes because again they can be very costly. So make sure that you have authorization to use images and any content that you put on your website. Now you might be selling a website, or you might be buying a website. Whatever internet transactions you're doing online, make sure you have the correct agreements in place. Our client says, the contracts produced were far in excess of what I anticipated, and this is what we do. We exceed expectations. So this covers the legal services that we think are pertinent to any startup business, and we provide, in terms of non-legal services, business consultancy, where we come in and we help you with your business looking at particular areas, as well as training. The two areas we're considering at the moment are data protection and intellectual property training, which you can contact us for if you require any such training. Now our details are on the website, but you can always email us at info@onlinestarterbusiness.com, or you may telephone us if you want to explore our services any further. We wish you well with your business and lots of success, and we look forward to working with you.